What's up everyone, I'm Dan and thanks to Purple Tree for the review code for Desvelado on the Nintendo Switch systems. There's a certain kind of indie game magic that's hard to define until you feel it, a simple concept executed with so much personality and confidence that you can't help but smile even while you're failing over and over again. Desvelado is exactly that kind of experience. It's a handcrafted, hand-drawn 2D precision platformer that proudly calls itself the first Bed-Time-Vania in history. And honestly, it earns that title. It's cute, clever, occasionally brutal, and surprisingly addictive in a just one more room kind of way. The premise is instantly charming and refreshingly relatable in a cartoonish way. You play as Vampy, a small vampire who just wants to do everything in his power to get home after a long day, turn off the lights and go to sleep. The game kicks off with a fun animated intro that feels like something you'd catch on a morning cartoon. Your goal is simple: navigate room after room, solve puzzles, extinguish every flame, and finally reach the comfort of your coffin. The simplicity is the first thing Desvelado does right. The controls are easy to understand: move with the D-pad or the analog stick, jump, dash. The game wastes no time getting you into the action. It's immediately accessible, making it feel like casual fun on the surface until you realize just how much precision it demands. This is a puzzle platformer where execution matters. You'll be lining up jumps perfectly, timing dashes at the last second, and threading through hazards with a kind of focus you don't expect from something that looks this cozy. And yes, you'll die a lot. Desvelado is not shy about that, but the smartest design choice it makes is how it handles failure. Death never feels like a punishment that drags you backward. When you mess up, you explode into a quick swarm of bats and reset instantly to the start of the puzzle room you were attempting, not some far off checkpoint. That fast restart loop keeps frustration low and momentum high. Each room in the manor is essentially a self-contained puzzle box. The game boasts 100 plus rooms, and what makes them work is the way Desvelado constantly introduces small mechanical ideas and then escalates them. You'll deal with switches to create platforms, hazards that demand specific timing, and enemies that patrol in ways that force you to plan your route. One of the best mechanics involves the dash. To dash, you often need to consume a red flame and you only get one use. They also do not stack, so you have to be sure which one you need first. That means you're not just reacting, you're strategizing, you're asking yourself, when do I dash, where do I dash, and do I save it for the final stretch? The main objective in each room is to extinguish every flame, but Desvelado adds an extra twist that makes the puzzle design feel unique. Enemies can relight flames you've already put out. This turns each level into a race against the room itself. You're not simply reaching an exit, you're managing a living system that fights back. Timing becomes everything, and when you finally pull off a perfect run, it's incredibly satisfying. As you progress, the game introduces boss-like levels, not necessarily traditional bosses with health bars, but rooms that feel like major tests of everything you've learned. These are the moments where Desvelado stops feeling like a cute little platformer and starts feeling like a serious precision challenge. It's here where the game's biggest strength shines. It makes you feel skilled when you succeed. You don't luck your way through these rooms, you earn them. That said, Desvelado isn't flawless. While the controls are generally tight and responsive, there are moments where they can feel a little fiddly, especially when you need to be both precise and quick. In a game built around sharp movement, even the small inconsistencies can stand out. Most of the time, it's not a deal breaker, but in harder rooms, you'll definitely have a few deaths that feel less like your fault and more like the game not reading inputs effectively. Beyond the main rooms, Desvelado adds optional content through bonus levels which are tied to a fun collectible hunt. Your friend Boney asks you to find bones hidden throughout the manor, with 15 bonus levels rewarding you with one each. These rooms are often tougher than the main path, and they're perfect for players who want extra challenge without forcing everyone to do it. They also add replay value, especially since Desvelado feels naturally built for speedrunning. Visually, Desvelado is charming. The hand-drawn artwork and character designs are full of charm, and the animations have that careful frame-by-frame personality that makes indie games feel special. Every enemy, flame switch, and environmental detail looks lovingly crafted. Even Vampy's death animation exploding into bats is so quick and stylish that it weirdly makes failing less annoying. And then there's the music. Desvelado's soundtrack is genuinely well done, filled with vampiric, jazz-inspired, moody tunes that fit the cozy, spooky vibe perfectly. It's haunting without being oppressive, playful without losing atmosphere, and it does a great job making the castle feel like a strange bedtime maze you just want to be lost in. Best of all, Desvelado doesn't overstay its welcome. It's a short experience, around an hour and a half depending on how good you are, for a full run, but it's dense with smart design and memorable moments. Desvelado is a compact, charming and surprisingly challenging precision puzzle platformer that makes every minute count. It's adorable, it's clever, and it's built around the kind of fast reset gameplay loop that makes dying feel like part of the fun rather than a punishment. If you like bite-sized indie games with great art, strong music, and puzzle rooms that demand mastery, Desvelado is absolutely worth adding to your Switch's library. Desvelado is out now on the Nintendo eShop, priced at $8.99 in the UK and $9.99 in the US. Thanks to you all for watching, hope you enjoyed the review. Let me know if you picked this one up and what you think about it in the comments below, and until next time.